Greetings, Indie Warriors, and welcome to another edition of The Dream Drop, your rundown on all the exciting indie, AA, and niche releases for the week of October 13th through the 19th of 2025. I'm Old Gamer Joe, and spooky season is well underway now. So yeah, we had some spooky releases last week. I'm sure we have a few more this week, and some more indie gaming awesome sauce. Ooh. That was kind of gross. But real quick, you've likely heard about all of the nonsense YouTube's pulling with AI content being generated and shit out there for you to consume. Well, fight back and support real, honest coverage of real people making real things. Head over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames and you'll gain Discord access to the greatest indie gaming community. You'll enjoy early ad-free shows, shoutouts at the end of every video we produce. But best of all, you're supporting indie visibility. Your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. First up, if you're looking for a way to avoid giving your house a thorough clean and polishing all of your knickknacks, then may I present you the virtual cleaning sim Undusted, Letters from the Past. This cozy game has you restoring and cleaning dirty items from a long-abandoned house using a variety of tools to really get into all the nooks and crannies of the vast assortment of things. Once each item is clean, you'll find out all about the memories connected to it and get glimpses into Adora's past. Sit back, relax, and get dusting when Undusted launches on the 13th. Oh no, you're dead. Oh wait, sorry. No, you are death, and you're not sure how that happened. Old school action adventure Spindle has you playing as the Grim Reaper in a foreign world where no one's able to die anymore, with only a pig, who you can ride by the way, to keep you company. This pretty pixel art world is full of mystery, perilous dungeons, and boss battles, and it's up to you to figure out why these souls are stuck and figure out how to bring death back to this world before the lack of it destroys everything. Spindle launches on the 13th as well. 3D platforming meets unexplainable animals now, as Chickenhare and the Treasure of Spiking Beard makes us question how exactly a chicken and a hare made a baby. Maybe not something we should think too hard about. Chickenhare and his pals Abe and Meg must platform their way through a quest to find the 7 crystals and save the kingdoms before Spiking Beard can plunge them into chaos. All 3 of our heroes can be swapped in whenever you wish, and they each have special skills that can help you tackle any obstacle in your path. Inspired by animated movies, there's plenty to look at as you play through Chickenhare on the 14th. Next on this list, Mohrta is a first-person shooter with a bizarre retro aesthetic that focuses on exploring the weird, otherworldly environments of a place called the Great Strange, a zone where the supernatural is common enough to be, well, arguably kind of natural. Fight over 50 enemies and take down 20 brutal bosses as you make your way through this stunning but very strange world. The first horror game of the week now, with spooky puppets, a haunted lighthouse, and all the usual jump scares and horrors of the genre. It's P1 Anchorlight. Set in a lavish lighthouse, you're tasked with hunting down anomalies, with each room being home to different creatures hell-bent on making your life miserable, or taking it, depending on their mood, really. With music that beckons in the arrival of dangers, a lighthouse that's art is clearly hiding something, and ghoulies that are sure to have you shivering in your timbers, P1 might be the perfect Halloween game. P1 Anchorlight had previously launched on Steam, but now it's spooking up PlayStation consoles on the 14th. Ball bouncing, block breaking, base building, boglite? Sorry, I just wanted to carry on the B-words. Ball Pit is a brand new roguelite that sees you entering the titular pit in order to gain riches, expand your homestead, and recruit heroes in order to build the new Balbalon. You'll have to battle your way through hordes of boxy creatures firing over 60 different types of randomized balls, which can be fused to make even more balls, all with different magical powers and abilities. In between fighting enemies, you'll get the opportunity to expand the city of New Balbalon with over 70 buildings and items to purchase to unlock new characters, and that should make defeating the baddies even easier. Now let's look at Lords of Ravage, a dark fantasy turn-based roguelite where you get to play the bad guy. And while that's enough on its own to probably be worth a look for many, it's hard not to point out these stunning pixel art visuals transported into the modern age. It's a gorgeous looking game and aims to provide substance with style by having a non-linear story with tons of replayability, lots of tactical depth, and the ability to become the final boss that makes heroes quake in their boots. Check this one out if you're looking for a unique fantasy RPG to spend some time with this fall. It's been a while since we've seen a cool-looking Steam VR release, and Reach may be just the ticket. This is a VR-only action-adventure title with a serious focus on immersion, and aims to transport you into a fantasy world where you'll shoot, swing, climb, and parkour your way to shaping your destiny. It's hard to say if it will reach the lofty heights it appears to be striving for, but we'll find out soon enough when Reach hits Steam on the 15th. In what's perhaps the kinkiest yet seemingly still safe for work game on this list, GlitchSpankr is coming our way to fill the void of comedy games that are actually funny. So far, this one looks like it may very well succeed, as it's premised around a 90s game infected by a virus. The game in question is, of course, the ever so popular Big Booty Slapper 6, which you snuck onto your PC while your mom was asleep. Little did you realize that the game had been infected by a shape-shifting virus named Spunk, because of course it's named Spunk. How do you fix it? With your GlitchSpankr antivirus spank stick, of course. It's without a doubt that GlitchSpankr isn't here to take itself even the tiniest bit seriously, and I think many of us are completely 100% here for that. Quack, it's time for another game release. This is Escape from Duckov, coming to us from Team Soda and Billy Billy. I guess the indie scene thinks it's funny this week, huh? These devs really quack me up. See, I can play that game too. Take down the evil Duckov while enjoying a synthy soundtrack, a variety of different gameplay modes including a story mode, and more over-the-top antics. See if this one fits the bill, and get off your butt quack on the 16th. Whew, alright indie warriors, do you need a little break from all of that indie gaming goodness? I totally feel ya on that one. So, before we continue on, let's take a break to hear from one of our amazing indie game sponsors for this episode. It's Pepita Digital and their upcoming release. It's Master Lemon, The Quest for Iceland. And even better, we've got a link to the store page right down there in our description box below, where you can try the demo for yourself. It's a part of the ongoing Steam Next Fest. And if you really like what you play, go ahead and toss the game on your wish list and download the full release when it drops on November 4th. Master Lemon, The Quest for Iceland is so much more than your average indie game. Why? It's a celebration of different languages. The game also explores the importance of friendships and just how precious those memories can be. Memories are actually vanishing from different islands and taking language with them. What? Take on the darkness in this emotional journey that takes place naturally in Iceland, and it's based on the true stories of an adventurer named Andre Lima. The game features a great pixel art style, a variety of challenging puzzles to tackle, and celebrates real-world cultures. You'll choose words from 25 different languages in this unique indie that's unlike any before it. I'm not gonna mince my words here. This game looks awesome and it deserves your attention. So please go ahead and use the link in our description box below. Add Master Lemon, The Quest for Iceland, to your wishlist today. And go ahead and try the demo for yourself. What do you have to lose? It's free. Help an indie developer out and spread the word. This game's got heart, challenge, and it looks like a ton of fun. Alright then, we now continue on with our regularly scheduled indie releases for the week. Have you been looking for a new puzzle game to add to your indie gaming library? Well, then here we go. It's Cal and Bomba, coming to us from Philicus. In this release, you'll need to manually program sequences, aim a cannon to take down a variety of foes, and watch everything in sight explode with epic chain reactions. The game will feature well over 100 puzzles and a fun art style that makes it worth at least tossing onto your wish list. Come on now, that doesn't even take much effort. Do it. You might recognize this next release on the list since it's technically already released on Steam, but The Cabin Factory is at last making its way to PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. In The Cabin Factory, you're a cabin inspector, which is a completely normal job, and you work on an assembly line of cabins that are totally not haunted, and you just have to confirm they're not haunted while being prepared to get out immediately if they're maybe just like the tiniest bit haunted. If you like your game short and spooky, the premise here should do more than enough to tickle your fancy. Up next, yet another game is making its way to console for the first time. It's Time Trekker, which is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Use over 17 weapons and 55 weapon attachments to build your mech into an unstoppable killing machine in this Vampire Survivors-ish roguelite. Each mecha pilot you choose will have different stats and skills, resulting in a wide variety of playstyles that will keep you wanting to obliterate your enemies in new and interesting ways. Time Trekker lands on the Nintendo eShop on the 16th. Look, we have yet another game already released on Steam that's making its way to PlayStation and Xbox. It's KAKU, Ancient Seal. Spindle, which we have a review on the channel for, by the way, and it's an open-world action-adventure that's filled with combat, puzzles, platforming, and more. This released in a pretty rough state originally, so we'll have to see if it all came together for its console release. Whether you're looking to embark on an epic journey exploring the game's varied biomes, or just chat it up with your flying pig companion, this might just be the kick in the KAKU you need to finally pick this one up. The next game on this list is more of a AA title, and it comes to us from the fine folks at Double Fine, because only they could seemingly be strange enough to give us an atmospheric adventure that has you playing as a lighthouse. Yes, I know it's not super indie, no need to comment about that. We include AA and niche games on these lists too. But you heard it right, you're not exploring a lighthouse, you are the lighthouse. And despite this crazy premise, or perhaps because of it, it looks stunningly gorgeous. The only thing that could maybe disappoint me about this one is if there's not a single BioShock Easter egg. We have a lovely visual novel for you to explore now. Coming out on the 17th, Away From Home is launching on Steam PC. Following the story of a youth escaping a bad life at home, you move on with your uncle and make crucial choices in this emotionally driven narrative. It's not all a sad affair though, as the game mixes in a little bit of humor here or there, and looks to do a great job of fleshing out the many characters that you'll come across. Add this one to your collection if you're craving another visual novel. Moving right along, a 3D point-and-click adventure title, it's Thief's Shelter, dropping from Geo Games. Investigate dark mysteries as Detective James, and good luck telling what's real from what isn't, because everything's an illusion in this game, or maybe not, that's the whole thing, right? The game explores mental health, ratchets up the scares, see if you can get to the bottom of this mystery towards the end of the week, or maybe it's all in your head. If you're already sick of Halloween, spookiness, and scary monsties, then why not settle down for a nice meal in a cozy Japanese restaurant in Kokoro Kitchen? I suppose it's actually a bit Halloweeny, as your customer base is entirely made up of little ghosties looking for their next delicious farm-to-table meal. And it really is farm-to-table, as you've got to harvest fresh ingredients from your very own garden. You'll also cook up tasty meals via cooking mini-games and serve them to your ghoulish customers. Upgrade your shop, buy new decor and plants for your farm, and learn brand new recipes as your kitchen becomes these ghosts' local haunt. See what I did there? Serve up some edamame and ramen when Kokoro Kitchen launches on the 17th. Another cozy one now, as Unbox the Room lets you decorate a whole host of rooms as you unpack boxes and plonk furniture and belongings down to create your perfect room. The 3D pixel art dioramas have plenty of room for even your biggest items and your tiniest plants and cups and all of the in-between stuff that you need. All of these items can be placed anywhere to make cozy, lived-in spaces however you see fit. The pixel art style is a flashback to old-school GBA Sims games, or as Ashton would say, it's giving Habbo Hotel vibes, so there's plenty of casual nostalgia to indulge in as you discover the habits, dreams, and history of the clients you're helping. On to the follow-up for a 2016 release, Lumo 2. This dimension-shifting game calls back to the home computer era and features puzzle platforming action straight out of the 90s. Rooms will flip about, so do your best to solve puzzles and stay on your feet. You'll need to be alert for this title, that's for sure. The game will also have no shortage of secrets for players to discover. Ooh, secrets. Now, Halloween hasn't even arrived yet, but the changing of the seasons can only mean one thing. Christmas is coming, whether we're ready for it or not, and thus, we welcome in the arrival of our first Christmas game of the year, the Elf on the Shelf Christmas Heroes. The signature mischief maker himself, Elf on the Shelf, has been called on by Santa himself to spread cheer through a series of magical challenges that feature platforming, mazes, jigsaw puzzles, and lots more. You can customize your little buddy to make him look however you like as he brings joy to the world. You can play this one at the end of the week. And closing out our week is This Is No Cave. This is a self-described one-click parkour game. You'll need to rely on your epic suit and grappling hook if you hope to survive all of the alien scum you'll encounter. This simple 2D platformer can be enjoyed with a very basic mouse setup, making it quite accessible for just about everyone. But hey, that's gonna do it for this week, folks. We hope you found some awesome indie games to add to your library. Voice to the voiceless, and I'll see you back here at the channel